Chris, you
We've got Chris on technical, Neil on insight, and Steve in the driving seat. It's Talking Formula One.
Hello and welcome to Talking Formula One with me, Steve, Neil, and Chris. How are you doing, chaps?
superb.
Afternoon, all good.
Have you boys seen any of the testing?
Fantastic. Well, a little bit. Had it on in the background at work, so sort of got to watch a little bit every now and then. It looks quite interesting.
How close are the times to what we're expecting?
Not very.
I can't say, to be honest.
I was optimistic after Barcelona. They'll be all right. They're slow, slower than a slow thing, as what's he said.
Yeah, not the most overwhelming so far, has it been? Really?
I haven't watched much of it.
Yeah, so we had some of it on at work. So it was, sort of on in the background. I got to look at it every now and then. There was a nice slow-mo shot of the cars and different comparisons of the active aero coming up and going down. That was quite cool to see, and how different teams have sort of interpreted it and who's done
They
what.
all seem to.
So that was quite interesting.
They've all seemed to have kept similar to DRS, apart from Alpine, that have decided to make it the same as like the front wing, where it pivots on the front and the back drops down.
Yeah, it's sort of a different flavour there. So we'll see whether that was a.
Yeah, we'll see which.
But of course, we. Yeah. Now this test, of course, we got to see all of the 2026 liveries in full. Actually, before we get onto that, have you seen the difference in the Audi side pods? Because they released the cars, and you saw the car in Barcelona with the sort of standard side pods, and then they turn up here, and it's like they've just put like a vacuum cleaner in a bag and sucked all the air out of it, like the size 0 things. It's a really strange look. What do you guys think of that?
It's Mercedes 2.0 for a few years ago.
Yeah, interesting that Sauber, or Audi, should we say, Audi are the ones who have gone that route. They've never been really known for innovation, have they? So we'll see. We'll see if that is the way forward or not. But I think their engine will probably hide most of the benefit of that.
Yeah.
Do you think their engine's not going to be very good?
Yeah, we should say this.
Not at the minute, I don't think.
No. Well, of course, we got to see the 2026 cars out on track for the first time proper today. The last hour of it anyway. And behind the scenes, we were compiling lists of our liveries from 11th to 1st, our 3 least favourite liveries, and our top 3 best liveries of the season. I think we'll start with the worst liveries. We don't know what each other has put, of course, as well. We sent the lists into the Gov all individually, so there could be some agreements. There could be some disagreements. We'll start with the worst 3 first, and we'll start with you, Chris. So 11th, 10th, and 9th, who have you got as your least favourite?
Well, least favourite is a bit different, but Audi, I just think it's absolutely bloody horrible.
And that's the better looking version.
It's the better looking version. I thought.
That's got the old picture of the Audi album.
Yeah, but I'd like it if it was that. To be fair, the new one looks like a budget McLaren back in mid 2000s. It just doesn't look right for me. It's a bit meh. And then you got Aston Martin and McLaren, who I just feel like they've just copied and pasted from last year. There's very minimal difference. They haven't gone, even like Aston Martin would normally go a little bit bold with like the fluorescence. They haven't really. It's just the same. And McLaren is literally almost the same, apart from it's got a slightly more black on the rear engine cover. That's it.
Chris, you've got your own team in the bottom.
It's a shame. Yeah.
What is wrong with you, man?
I can only go in my personal opinion, and my personal opinion was that I was least infused by them three cars. They all look. Oh, I've seen them all before. Oh, apart from the Audi. The Audi just looks horrible.
Well, we agree on that one.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because that render there does look incredible. The actual livery of the Audi is terrible.
Where did they go wrong from when they released that was going to be the brand back in last year? Where did they go from that, which looks nice, ish, to the grey, boring, dull with the illuminated orange stripe at the back?
I couldn't remember which year that car came out from. Was that 2 years ago or just a year ago? It was the early one because they then brought out their more current thing.
That looks like the ground effect, doesn't it? So that probably looks like the original that they probably first when they announced they were coming on the grid.
Because that's the biggest problem I've got. They showed us that in which you go, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then they've got what they've got now, and it's like you say, it's just a budget McLaren from a few years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think I was disappointed by the McLaren because I think actually the McLaren looked decent in all black. So I think it might go a bit more, but I suppose what more can you do with papaya and a black really than what they've done?
All right.
Are they scared to go to black without? Because they've got to have their colour, haven't they? And papaya's their colour. I can't remember what percentage it has to be.
But may I add, I caught literally like the last 20 seconds of the video testing today, and if I'd seen that before I gave these in, the Ferrari would have been on here because that from the T camera from the onboard is horrendous, absolutely horrendous.
Last minute changes. All right, so that's your bottom three. Neil, your bottom three.
Yes, he corrected it on mine.
Christ.
Good man.
Picture, there you go.
All right,
Yeah,
so familiar.
Audi, 100% agree with you, Chris. Not a fan. And then Cadillac, we could have been back in the 50s and 60s on black and white TV. They've forgotten colour exists.
All right.
And, Alpine have got colour, but I just hate that. The blue's lovely, but that pink, nah. Can't stand it.
Are they going to do the old switcheroo this year, do we know?
No.
They normally do like 3 Grand Prix that is pink with a bit of blue, and then they go back to the blue with a bit of pink. But
is Monaco normally one of them where teams do a little bit of a switcheroo?
Yeah.
They normally start with pink mainly, didn't they? I prefer it all pink. Back the old Racing Point days, that was a decent car, that wasn't it?
The tricky thing is the Alpine. I like it all pink, like the Racing Points, but the blue did look. But was it like 2021 when they actually had the blue with a bit of white and red for the French flag, and that actually looks really cool. That was peak Alpine livery. I love that, and they haven't made a car that's looked that pretty since, really.
Yeah, that's the blue is nice. It's whether you think it's the French or the Alpine colour. It's a nice deep blue, but the BWT pink on it, no.
It does, ruin it. Okay, so one similarity there.
Why the Cadillac, Neil? What's wrong with the Cadillac?
Yeah.
Well, look at it. Like I told you, it's black and white. It's complete void of any interesting features whatsoever.
Just above the Audi. I mean, it's miles or I mean,
it's lacking the stupid little bit of.
You're far better
than
that Audi.
Well, yes, that's why the Audi's bottom. The Cadillac's there because they didn't bother really doing a livery, and the Alpine's there because it's got the hideous pink on it.
The other thing is with the Cadillac, I've seen so many concept liveries of what it could be, like a bright yellow, that sort of thing, and then they deliver that.
That's what they run in. Is it IndyCar?
Yeah. And they deliver that. And, if you look at that picture there, you would expect it to be the same on the other side. But it's not. It's like they've tried to go for the 99 BAR route and failed miserably. The BAR looks better. Okay, so we've got some similarities. So both of you voting Audi is the least favourite.
You've got to make it three, and you save.
Can
Oh,
we make it a hat trick? Okay, so let's go for my bottom three then.
Yeah, loving your work.
Right, so Gov, when you're ready, we'll change the pictures there. There we go. So
what's wrong
okay,
with me?
I'll get there in a sec. So Audi bottom, obviously. No, that's Neil's again. There we go. So I agree with Chris on two of mine. So Audi bottom. You guys have said it all already, really. The only thing I like about the Audi, I do like the sort of the luminescent bit around the airbox and the side pods, but it's just like, yeah, we'll just stick that there. And then we need to put some orange somewhere. There he goes. A really half-assed livery compared to the show cars we've seen. Aston is Control C, Control V, isn't it? Except
Essentially, literally. I don't know. I don't know if I'm looking at last year's car or this year's car.
Yeah, to be honest, it may well be last year's livery on 2026 show car.
It is this year. Literally looks like last year's car.
Yeah, I saw a picture earlier of the side by side, and I think there's a little bit of difference on the airbox, and then the fluorescent along the top of the side pod is different. There are a few subtle changes, and if anything, I think it's slightly backwards on last season's.
It's so underwhelming. It really is. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the delivery. It's a brand, but mix it up a little bit. And then my third least favourite is the RB. And it took a little bit of deliberating because I like the white and the blue. I like the fact that the blue is a nice metallic blue, but there's too much bits of black that pop up out of nowhere. The shark fin on the back is black. I don't like that. It'd be nice if that was blue or white. I do like the white wheels. I think that pops. It makes it look a bit better. But it's just these odd little bits of black. The halo's black. That would look better if it was white again. Last year's car was a solid 10 out of 10. This year, yeah, not so much. Not keen. But at least we agree on which one is undoubtedly the worst livery of the year.
And probably the slow.
I want them to do well, but their livery sucks.
Yeah. If it was a championship based on liveries, they would be last.
I saw a little TikTok video of them running, and even on the running down the straight, they look dull. It just doesn't gleam off the sunshine. It just looks meh.
Yeah, that's the way to describe it, isn't it? It's not like a terrible livery. It's just meh. There's nothing impressive about it.
Is the silver matte or gloss?
It looks matte.
I think I don't really know, and to be fair, we're not going to see it a lot this season, I don't think. So,
when it's getting lapped?
Yeah, you'll see it. Yeah, when it's getting passed by a McLaren. Okay, so that's the least favourite ones.
Oh, Neil's going to love mine.
Top three. Okay, so our top three favourite liveries from the year. Chris, we'll go with yours. Wow. Okay. What's one in the middle? Is that supposed to be the Red Bull? That's an old Red Bull.
Yeah,
not the correct Red Bull. Okay. So, interesting choice. So
here we go. So
two of Neil's least favourites in Chris's top three.
I quite like the Cadillac. I just like it. To be fair, I haven't seen it yet on track or anything, so that may well change my opinion. But it does. It reminds me of maybe the 05 McLaren a bit more than the in a better way than the Audi does. But I like it. Out of all of them, they're all pretty meh, if I'm honest. But that's the favourite, and I like the new Red Bull livery actually. So there was a toss up between them two. I quite like the new Red Bull. I didn't like the matte bit, but now they've got a bit glossy, a bit shiny. I quite like that. And then the Alpine is a split opinion in it, really.
It's a very Marmite car, isn't it?
I quite like pink on cars, to be fair. So it doesn't bother me. I prefer it if it was the other way around. It was pink with blue. That's always a better one. But I like it. I quite like it, and we're not going to see it much this season, I think. So,
all right. So
Neil's just been sick in the corner, I think.
He just left. Two of Neil's least favourites in Chris's top three. I love it. Yeah, fair point. There we go. That's the correct Red Bull. There we go.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It looks a bit camo as well.
It does a bit. All right. Neil, your top three.
Red Bull's
Okay.
in there.
Oh, get out! Jay, Christ,
Okay.
what are your two and three?
No, I like the Ferrari. A lot of people have said the white's too big. There's too much black, or there's the HP logo. But for me, I think it's a nice car. The Red Bull, I have to agree with you, Chris. It, for whatever reason, it's a bit of, copy and paste, but I do like it. It's always been pretty good.
I think it's
but
actually the most
going back
different.
to the gloss is really good.
The only improvement I could think of with the Red Bull is if the halo was blue.
Yeah, but I think that's one of their like 10% of carbon fiber parts that they have the same way. I think,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you know what the Ferrari just reminded me when I saw it on the onboard? The Primers out of GP2 or F2. Oh, Steve's gone. That's what it looks like on board. It looks like the Primer. Too much white.
Yeah,
Too much white.
I like it. It's to be fair, it's Ferrari. I do like a nice Ferrari. So
I do like the fact that the picture's got 44 on the shark fin, but 16 on the nose cone.
a blend of the two drivers.
Yeah. So
Is that the one? Is that the one they showed on release?
That probably is. It must be. That's why they've got them both there. But why the McLaren? That's my question. Why the McLaren?
It's the whole arrows colours are orange and black. Love it.
I like orange and black, but it's just
like what you did with the Alpine. That you just like the colour scheme. It just makes it in. I think it's a slightly backwards on last season, but it's still.
Do you remember the full part they ran? The full part they ran in testing like 20 years ago. I like that. That would have been good. But
see, I prefer the black involved as well. The twin colour for me is better. You can have too much of a good thing, and too much of the orange is just over the top.
Yeah, possibly. My favourite colour orange, so I probably wouldn't let me in. But I was just trying to think, what else is there? Nothing.
You wouldn't like my one that missed out because I think it was Aston Martin was my fourth.
Was it really?
That nice? Yeah, the nice green. It's just I had. Yeah, it's just nice. What are your thoughts, Steve? As you disappeared on.
It's my camera, man. I don't know what's going on. I need to look at this again. I'm back, but I'm in 8-bit now. So cool, retro. There we go. It still looks better than the Audi livery. Sorry, I missed part of that. What was the discussion?
What are your thoughts on these three anyway? Obviously, Chris is not a fan of the McLaren. We both agree on the Red Bull, and he doesn't like the Ferrari too much.
Red Bull, agree. Gorgeous looking livery. The Ferrari, what annoys me with the Ferrari is I don't mind the white, I don't mind the black, but pick one. A couple of years ago, they had just red and black, and it looks really good, 2022.
Red and black was lovely.
Looks awesome.
Win minnow on the engine cover, yeah.
Yeah. The red and the white, back in 2016, they had a similar sort of thing, and it didn't look too bad. I know there's been a lot of people talking about the sort of the Niki Lauda era Ferraris with the white around the airbox. It's the HP logo for me.
Did Williams have HP? I was thinking the other day, did Williams have HP on the side?
They did.
And that was white.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my graphics is awesome. I've got Windows 95 now. I'm doing well here. They were BMW Williams. They were HP.
So I just don't get that they can't just put it on a part of the car that's red or black and have the nice white.
Well, they had
logo. Just get rid of that blue.
When they were a sponsor of Renault, they went black, didn't they, to fit in with? But I think it's how much. I think it's down to how much money they're paying Ferrari. Is that they want their actual brand. Whereas if they were paying Minnows sponsorship fee, they're probably all right to have it as a black or a red.
And McLaren. You know me. I have a soft spot for an orange and black car. One of my favourite cars of all times is the Arrows from 2002. So it's
that's what I was saying. It's a quality colour scheme.
I've got a soft spot. Yeah. All right. So that's your top three. My
Ready
top
for
three-
Williams?
No. Yep, there we go. We're back. There we go. So my top three. Nope, that's Neil's top three. That's my top three. Completely
Interesting.
different flavour to the two of you.
We've all got the Red Bull.
The Red Bull, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me of sort of 2010, 2011 era. You know, the sort of the metallic blue, the old Seb finger. We'll get some more of that going this year with Hadjar, hopefully. Second place, the Mercedes. I like it. It's not a lot of change. You know, you can expect it to be silver and black. I do like the stripe, that sort of teal stripe. I like that. They've got the stars on the back still. It looks quite stealthy. I like that. And I think Haas have absolutely smashed it. There's no Williams in the top three. I'll tell you where they actually finished in my list. Probably not as high as you think. They were fifth in mine.
I think it was about the same for me because I had Aston, I think, at fourth, and then it was Williams. Actually, to be honest, they might have. I saw them on from their renders they did. I thought that looked really good, but then when I saw them on track, they've gone for a less deep blue. They've gone for more of a pile all over, and it's not quite so good when you see it on track, and it dropped down my order a bit.
I did see their innovative driver screen advertisement today.
That was quite cool.
Surprised it's taken someone that long to put an advert on the back of those.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think Haas. Haas have never had a bad livery, but this year, well, apart from the 2021 one, but this year is just absolutely beautiful, and it looks great on track as well. The Mercedes, solid choice for second. It was very, very close with Red Bull and Mercedes. I'm sort of wishing I'd put them the other way around now, to be honest.
They've got GR on them, but I thought Toyota and the Gazoo Racing thing have sort of parted ways.
I'm not sure on that one. No, okay.
No.
But yeah, it's fantastic.
I would be surprised if we give the Infinity Haas become Toyota.
I
That
do
would be
like
quite
that
cool to
colour
see them
scheme.
back
It
in.
is quite good. And
The last 6 to 12 months, Toyota got under the Gazoo Racing. They started getting more and more involved, getting more coverage. You know, they're dipping their toe back in the water without fully committing.
Yeah. So
I don't like Adidas things on the old Mercedes. You know, you can tell that the Adidas have obviously had a bit of a bump on sponsorship to put their, their
stripes on.
there, and I think that actually ruins it. Apart from that, I'd actually probably have it as one of the top ones, but
that was in my midfield somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully the midfield all season.
I'll tell you what, now you got rid of the pictures, and the pictures of the webcams, of all the cameras have been closed. I look like I'm a cutscene character from a 90s video game. I might keep it like this. This is quite cool. I've gone full AI. Particularly with this jumper as well. It's like pixelates. Nice.
Yeah.
Greetings,
Pixelate.
traveler. You look weary from your travels.
Oh,
There you go.
no. What's
better.
going on here?
From the screen. Extra. There we go. So so there's going to be one team that just missed out on that podium, just missed out on the top 3 slot. Chris, who is your 4th place team?
Racing Bulls.
Okay. Fine. Each their own.
I think they just missed out on my bottom 3.
Yeah,
Just
I like
something
it.
to mind.
I quite like it.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
It wasn't hard to be good, in my opinion.
That was the problem for me. There was a few I could say, I didn't like. There was some that I liked, and then there was a lot in the middle, and I just had to sort of try and put them into place.
Yeah.
It was tricky. I had my bottom livery Audi first, and then I had my favourite livery of Haas second. And then it's like I've got to fill in those other 9 spaces, and they've got to go in some kind of order. And there weren't any that I thought I really don't like that, apart from Audi. But it was like, which ones are my least overwhelmed by. You know, it was a tricky list because there's some solid liveries this year. Neil, who was your fourth place team? Just missing out on that podium.
It was Aston Martin.
Okay. Control C, Control V, F1 team.
Oh, I like the deep green, the British racing green. It's cracking.
It's iconic, isn't it? But after a while, it gets a bit tedious, I think. And my fourth place, just missing out, McLaren. Like I said, I'm a sucker for an orange and black colour scheme. So really, really close. I think in hindsight, I would have put Red Bull second, Mercedes third. And then just the midfield sort of teams of Williams, Cadillac, Ferrari, Alpine. I look at and go, yeah, they're okay. The thing I don't like with the Williams, I know it's all to do with sponsorship, and you see them a few years ago, and the car was virtually plain. And you look at them now, and they've got sponsors all over the place. I don't like the Barclays on the side pod. It's like it's just been like an afterthought, just stuck on the side. Like, we need to get this on there. Let's do that.
See, I like that nice turquoise. It reminds me of the Benetton days.
It just sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't mind the Komatsu white bit because it goes quite nicely with the actual Williams blue.
It's a less offensive HP, isn't it? Because that's Barclays colours. And obviously they've insisted on having their colour scheme on that car in the way they're sponsoring it. So they've tried to fit it in the best as possible. Unlike Ferrari, who just slapped it on a red car.
I just think that they could have kept with a slightly deeper blue and made more of a colour scheme between the deep blue and the turquoise.
Yeah,
would have been better.
And I don't like the jackpot wheels. I know you're not going to see them at 200 miles an hour, but I don't like them. Again, they just seem to have been like, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, don't like them.
Sponsor, bring in the money, job done.
Yeah, but if it brings the money, then that's fine. I will take a fourth place in the constructors if it means they have jackpot wheels, but they get a couple of podiums. But yeah,
I'm intrigued by Williams because what I've read about today is that they've had a solid day, and no one really knows if they're quick or not because obviously they're still just figuring stuff out. So I'm intrigued by the next couple of weeks what comes about from them because obviously, as we've said before, it is a quite crucial period.
Yeah.
I know people keep picking on the fact that they were slow getting to the pre-season and trying to pick holes in them, but they seem quietly happy within themselves.
At least they know they don't have to test the engine. The engine's pretty bulletproof. So
yeah. So there was bloody hell. I'm looking at the lap counter. Verstappen did 136 laps in the Red Bull. Only 4 drivers didn't run: Hadjar, Alonso, Lawson, and Behrman. The Williams cars 10th and 13th seemed pretty solid, doing 68, 77 laps each. So Norris was quickest; he topped the times. Then Verstappen, Leclerc, Ocon in 4th. So Haas F1 World Champions 2026.
They were all set at night as well, weren't they? So the track was in best conditions.
Yeah. Slowest of all was Franco Colapinto, 5.6 seconds off the pace. So Alpine were clearly running qualifying trim today, so they've done very well there. With 28
Gasly was
laps
in a
on the
good
board.
position though, wasn't he?
Gasly P8.
Yeah.
So not bad.
They seem happy amongst themselves as well.
Yeah.
The only one that I really saw was the Mercedes was sliding around quite a lot, and they were nowhere near as comfortable as they were in Barcelona. So whether anyone can read anything into that, or if they were running a lot of ballast, God knows.
Yeah. Hamilton had a spin. Verstappen had a lock up. They were pushing it out, mate. Just trying to see them.
Saw a video of Leclerc nearly having a spin as well, but he managed to save it. So I think it's just the complete lack of downforce. They've gone from very, very high downforce cars to actually none in the space of two months.
It's going to take a lot of adjustments, isn't it? But yeah, there we are. I think that brings us to the end of our little show this week. So interesting to see the sort of the differences in the views between the livery, apart from one we do all agree on. Two technically, because we had the Red Bull was in all of our top threes, and there was definitely one that was not looked upon favourably. But there we go. We shall be back next week, of course. We'll have another pre-season test done and dusted, so we might get a better look in as to where teams are sitting, who's got a bit of work to do, who's looking quite good. I might be back in standard definition and not 8-bit next week, but I am quite tempted to keep this because I quite like it. But there we go. It's quite cool.
Taking 10 years off you.
I know. Yeah, you can see less grey now. It's quite nice. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. We shall see you next week. Enjoy the rest of the tests. I have been Steve. He has been Neil. He has been Chris. We shall see you then. Cheers.